It seems that every time something major happens with Journey, this topic comes up, and this time is no different. But here's the thing: in the context of the legacy of Journey, both Steve Perry and Arnel Pineda can coexist. Welcome back to Pixel Positive Music, where we discuss all things music, reviews, news, all that kind of stuff. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button below and join all of the new recent subscribers so that you don't miss out on any of the awesome content that we have coming up. So, let's get into it. With Journey's new album, Freedom, just releasing, their first album in 11 years, and the 50th anniversary of the band looming ahead, it only makes sense that we would see discussions again about Steve Perry versus Arnel Pineda. And I think that having the conversation in that context really diminishes both singers and the band itself. It's no doubt in anyone's mind that Steve Perry is tremendously important to the legacy of Journey. He helped build the band up. He fronted them during their most successful time. He's one of the greatest singers and songwriters of all time. We all know that. Any Journey fan knows that. We all agree that Steve Perry is a great singer, a very important part of the band. Arnel Pineda, on the other hand, is very important to the current identity and future of the band. He joined the band in a time where they did not have a singer, and their backs were against the wall back in 2007. And here we are 15 years later. I think Arnel has proved himself. And I'm not going to get into the whole who's the better singer, who's the better performer, because it doesn't really matter so much anymore, because I don't think there's a singer out there that's really going to completely rival Steve Perry when he was in his prime. I think Arnel he suits the band very well. First of all, they all seem to like him. He's been in the band for 15 years and everything seems to be going pretty smoothly. Second of all, Steve Perry does not want to tour. He doesn't want to live that on the road, in a band lifestyle. And we can't fault him for that because we aren't him. It's not really fair for us to sit here and say that he needs to be in the band, he needs to tour. So, I don't really find it helpful to sit and compare them to each other or lament the fact that Steve Perry is out. To me, Journey is Journey. I am thankful that the band exists in any form. And maybe that's just because I'm younger and I didn't get to see Journey when they were in their prime, but I'm just happy that the band exists, and I'm excited that they are looking into a 50th anniversary tour. It's very incredible that they've reached this milestone and that they're all still alive. Most bands do not get to that point. So I think it's great that they're planning something for their 50th anniversary. I think that this whole conversation would obviously be a lot different if Steve Perry wanted to be back in this band but was not allowed to, or if there was still a bunch of bad blood. But it seems like things are pretty cool right now. Things are pretty good. Neil and Steve talk. Steve Perry even came to the Hall of Fame induction ceremony, and he chose not to sing specifically because he didn't want to disrespect Arnel. That's classy. And whether or not that was the real reason, maybe he just wasn't comfortable with singing, it doesn't matter. What matters is that he chose to step aside so that Arnel could continue his role. And I think that we as fans have to respect that. And likewise, Arnel is very humble and he's very respectful of Steve Perry's legacy. He knows what his role is in this band. He knows that the shoes that he is trying to fill can't really be filled. And I think that says a lot about him as well. I don't think that it's worth really dwelling on the drama and all the negative with this stuff. But like I said, every time something major happens with Journey, whether that's new music or a significant event, this topic comes up. I do think, like I said in my previous 2 videos about this topic, I do believe that Steve Perry could come back in some capacity for the 50th anniversary. I don't think it's extremely likely. I think it's possible. Steve seems to recognize whenever the occasion is significant enough to warrant his participation. And I think that the 50th anniversary obviously is a huge milestone for any band to reach. And I think that Steve Perry would recognize that. He's not going to tour with them. He's not going to have a huge role if he has any role. I could see him coming back and performing a song or an encore or joining Arnel on stage. I know that people have kind of shown a little bit of disgust in the idea of Perry and Arnel singing together. But I could see Steve Perry maybe being open to that. So whatever his role is, it doesn't have to happen. It's okay if Steve Perry does not come back for the 50th anniversary. I think it would be awesome if he does, and I think it would be great. But Steve Perry gave us so much. He gave us so many great songs, so many amazing performances over the years, and I'm thankful for that. And I think that all of us fans are thankful for that. So I don't feel like that we are owed anything. I think that, and this is just my opinion, I think that it would be great, but I don't think it's necessary. But really, the big point that I'm trying to make, and that I was trying to make with my whole History of Journey series, which if you haven't checked it out, definitely follow the link in the description to do so, is that this band has such a massive legacy. I mean, we have 15 albums over almost 50 years, and I mean, they left a real mark on this industry, and they've affected generations of people. There's room for both singers and others too, like Steve Augeri, in the story of this band, in this band's history and legacy. They all had a part to play on this journey. I made that clear in the History of Journey series. That's why I wanted to review each individual album, because I wanted to explore the evolution of the band as they changed over the years and as they had different members in the band. I think that every piece of music that this band put out was very important to the band's history. And I think that, we can discuss the difference in the sizes of these roles over the years, but in the end, they all had a part to play in this. A 50th anniversary celebration should be just that, a celebration of this band's incredible legacy and the impact that they made on all of our lives over the years and around the world. So, I mean, what do you guys think? Do you agree that in the story of this band, Steve Perry and Arnel Pineda can coexist? I'm not like looking at who's the better singer or who I want in the band. I think just in the legacy of this band, in the history of this band, both singers and all of the members of this band can coexist. If you haven't already, definitely hit that subscribe button. Leave a thumbs up if you like the video. Leave a comment. I have enjoyed all the interactions. Thank you all so much for all of the support that I have gotten. I cannot believe that we crossed 5,000 views on one of the last videos. That is just an astonishing thing. I never thought that many people would view my videos. And the fact that I've gotten over 120 subscribers now is absolutely incredible. So thank you guys so much. And I will see you guys on the next video.